Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the Real Content of the Show. If you're doing well, because I'm having a wonderful day on this 25th September 2024. The weather's not really nice, it's kind of cold. You can see me wearing a hoodie, and it feels like pleasure. It feels like a warm hug, definitely needed. And yeah, it's gonna be a beautiful day to make videos. I don't have a lot to do because my skate is broken, and I made all of the videos of the week. So I'm gonna have a couple of those to make. You're gonna hear me talk, but mostly you're gonna be here for the nature content and the nature part. So, as they say in French, in English, and in Spanish, enjoy. Nothing to lose, far away, far away. Salut, c'est ton channel, j'espère que c'est une belle journée. Parce que tu passes une belle soirée en ce 25 septembre, en cette journée pluvieuse. Aujourd'hui, c'est une belle journée pour faire des contenus. Malheureusement, j'ai pas tant de contenu à faire que ça. Mais je vais quand même en profiter pour être avec vous autres. Je vais quand même en profiter pour passer du temps avec vous, que je vous aime. Puis, ouais, je vous aime, de mon style. Aujourd'hui, on teste quelque chose. On teste la Monster Réserve. Je sais pas c'est quoi la réserve. Je sais pas je sais que la Ultra, c'est pas de sucre. La réserve, je sais pas c'est quoi. Fait que là, qu'est-ce qu'on va faire? On va lire la description. Malheureusement, c'est la description de réserve et pas la description de Orange Dream Cycle. Je sais pas si c'est en français. Crème glacée à l'orange. Pour l'effet de l'orange, c'est pas mal le meilleur mot. Aucun jus, ni thé, ni café n'est acheté ou mélangé d'énergisant. Mention réservée la boisson Maurice originale offerte dans la nouvelle saveur fantastique. La combinaison idéale de bons ingrédients dans la bonne proportion pour faire le grand méchant buzz Monster. La boisson Monster Reserve est une boisson à la saveur intense mais douce, saveur d'orange crémeuse et velouté orange crémeuse. Okay, c'est ça le velouté est facile à boire. Athlète, musicien, anarchiste, étudiant. C'est fou parce que le dernier, ça c'est original. Ça c'est la Monster originale. Athlète, musicien, anarchiste, étudiant, grand voyageur, fan de métal, geek, hipster, moteur en son mordu, vous allez adorer. Ça c'est par rapport à la originale, c'est la même description. Sans plus attendre, on va goûter à ça. Hey, c'est la première vidéo de la journée. Fait que je déparle, je suis fatigué, mais on continue. On lâche pas, on travaille fort. Really good. Je sais pas. Je fais les vidéos en français. En anglais, je m'excuse. Hey, je déparle pas, mais t'as fait combien d'erreurs? Pour la vidéo en français, on va parler en français. Merci beaucoup. Loi 102 ou 101 pour les ou 101. Les cheveux sont incroyables aujourd'hui. On adore ça. Fait que ouais, fait que le goût est hyper bon. Tu goûtes vraiment l'orange. Puis, peut-être que je vais être honnête avec vous autres. Puis, je veux pas être méchant. Je pense que j'aime beaucoup le design. Surtout ici, quand tu vois les bulles, j'adore ça. Je pense que le Monster à l'orange c'est excellent. Je pense que la Monster à l'orange, je l'ai déjà fait. C'est hyper bon. La Sunrise, c'est orange. C'est incroyable. Mais je sais pas, il y a un côté un peu plus recherché, un côté un peu plus complexe. Un goût un peu plus. Complexe, c'est un bon mot, je veux dire. Il y a un goût qui est beaucoup plus recherché que simplement. Il fait froid en hostie, guys. En hostie, il fait frais. Je sais pas combien de degrés, mais il fait froid en hostie. Fait que ouais, la crème, elle a bien racheté, c'est quelque chose. Qu'est-ce qui est vraiment cool, c'est que l'orange, en fait, elle est vraiment sucrée. Ils ont rajouté un petit peu de sucre à la crème. Fait que t'as différents types de sucre. T'as le sucre avec le goût de l'orange, le sucre naturel de l'orange, puis le sucre naturel, pas naturel, non naturel qui est dans la crème. Écoute, ma vidéo fait aucun sens, mais c'est pas grave, on s'amuse ensemble. En fait, moi je m'amuse, j'espère que vous vous amusez. J'espère que vous appréciez le fait que Next bon produit. En tout cas, moi je vous laisse. Passez une belle journée. On se voit bientôt pour plus de contenu. Ciao. Don't blink, it's your boy. Welcome to the Real Content Show. Everything well, yeah, doing fantastic. Now, disclaimer, this video is going to be making me sound like a victim, but it's actually a really, really positive thing. It's actually a really positive thing. A positivity and a negativity. My hairs are crazy today. My hairs are absolutely crazy today. Get a haircut soon. My apologies. We're drinking Monster once again. So, little something happened yesterday. I went out. Okay, so as you can see, the weather is shitty, right? So yesterday night we checked in. This was the last night before the water, before the rain goes for a couple of days. And right now it's not raining, but it's gonna be raining soon. And I go on my skateboard to do a nice draw, and this breaks because it falls from the ground and you can hear it. It's broke. The battery, the controller is working, but the battery isn't. The battery isn't connected anymore because it moves too much, which is a problem apparently a lot of people are having. And you have to get in it, but I checked how to get in it. It's complicated as fuck. So I lost a tool today. We bought another controller. No problem. I had another one, but I don't know where it is. I bought another one. The problem is that it comes on the 8th of October. Now, Nature Corn is a big thing, right? And right now we're filming Nature Corn. And is it fun? Absolutely. Am I having a good time? Absolutely. Now, I'll be honest. Nature Corn filming, it's complicated. Filming like this, right, is amazing because I get some really, really beautiful scenery sometimes, beautiful landscapes sometimes. It is the same thing. The only thing that changed. It's actually very beautiful. The Nature Corn is very, very beautiful because you got the same building. The only that changed is nature. Now, the reason why I love the night core is I get directly involved in the content. When I film this, I'm not involved. This is my channel. I'm using nature, right? It feels sometimes like it's cheap content, and I don't want to do cheap content. I don't want to do expensive content, energy-wise, but I don't want my channel to be known only for cheap content that don't require me to make an effort. Right? So the night core is, you know what? I love nature. Let's do something outside. Now, with this breaking, right? And I'm fucked. Now, it brings us to the second point of this video, which is the tools we have. For example, this phone right here has dual recording, so I can film myself, I can film this. So to me, this is really fun to do with the tool. With the camera we have an amazing camera. Then most of the Nature Corn wouldn't be happening if it wasn't for that amazing camera. The phone I'm having right now to do selfie, amazing. To film in front of me, to film like this as a mirror, amazing. To film from far, shitty. My apologies. So the tool in itself are shitty. But then you're like, okay, well, I don't have the tools. Because listen, I like to think that I'm very creative. I like to think that I'm somewhat artistic. I like to think that I have sometimes, my apologies, good ideas. Very rarely I do. So when I have those, I'm lucky enough to have the tools to do the job. For example, we had an idea for the TikTok gaming. I have the tool to do it. We had an idea for Halloween. I have the tools to do it. Now, if the tools that I have aren't working, those ideas are gonna take the back burner. Those ideas are still good. I have so many ideas. You guys are seeing me post a lot of full content. You guys have no idea how much work I've been putting in, how much ideas I have. I'm not trying to brag, I'm just telling you a fact. Now, the really cool thing is, and why did I start the video with my victim? This is actually lucky, is I find very, very often, I tend to overcharge my plate. Literally, figuratively. I tend to want to accomplish a lot. And I get the feeling that you guys also tend to accomplish a lot. You guys tend to be like, yo, I'm gonna do this, and this. And I think the first reflex we have, that we should be having is, well, there's only 24 hours in a day. Unlimited. We don't think about that. We just think about, we just are excited and passionate enough to do whatever we need to do and whatever we want to do to make it work, right? Now, I'll be honest, I've been making content for 3 years. At first, this is the evolution of man. This is an evolution of man. At first, I was just streaming. I was playing games, so I was all film it. Then we started doing some clips, and that took a long time. Then we started doing an Instagram, and right away, I was working 12 hours a day. I had a job of 8 hours, so I was working during the work hours, and I was completely obsessed. So for as long as I remember doing this content creation kind of thing, type thing, as in Berlin would say, I've been overcharging my plate. Now, the good thing is, since my tool, is not working, one of those content I cannot do. I was gonna review a song. Yesterday by West Coast. West Coast, which is an artist that I fucking love. I reacted to 3 West Coast songs. 2 of them have a copyright, but they're not blocked. They're blocked in countries like Russia. So, sorry Russian, but you're not gonna see this content. And then yesterday I made a video and it was completely full. However, I had a bunch of songs to react to, and because I'm afraid of the copyright claim, I'm gonna put this aside. So the overplating of content, which is the mistake that I do, has been replaced very slowly, very surely, with something akin and called figuring it out. Try out and figure it out. Okay. Fuck around and find out. So instead of doing content here, I have a bunch of content vaulted. So we're gonna be focusing in the next week, in the next couple of weeks, because technically today is the 5th of September. Technically, I'm supposed to receive this at the 10th of October. That's 2 weeks. So this is kind of, and I'm 21 years old, and I can be ashamed and say, this is kind of my only way of transportation. During the winter, I cannot do it. I'll take the bus. Don't worry about taking the bus. But if I had a choice between taking the bus and doing this I can eat at the time I want. I can go faster than a bus. This is way better, right? So being stuck at home, I'm gonna be focusing on the gaming channel, and it's a good thing too. That's a good thing too. And I'm gonna end this with a very positive note. I feel like a majority of people are like me. I'd rather have too much to do than enough. And yeah, that's a video. It's complicated video to make it, very confusing video to make them. I had a lot of fun making it, so you guys enjoy, and don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to another show. Guys are doing well, kids are having a wonderful day. I'm very happy but very bitter about making this video right here, right now, because this was the concept that I had for yesterday night work. So we could have had a song and sing it, and it would have been a really good time. And instead, we're at home filming it, which is okay, I guess. It's kind of nuts because the skate is the remote is broken for the skateboard, right? And fall is coming, and soon I'm not going to be able to use it. But it brings us to the next conversation. It brings us to today's topic. That's talking, or yapping, as some people would say. See, my story with talking, you guys can know I'm a dude that talks a lot, right? I'm able to listen to people, right? I'm a good listener. I like to think I'm a good listener. Maybe I'm not, I don't know. But here's the reason why I love to talk. And there's a method to madness here. There's a method to this video. This video is not why I talk, because everybody's able to talk. Everybody has a freedom of speech. Fun fact, little side notes. I was on TikTok yesterday, and somebody was, it's gonna sound very controversial, which I'm not trying to be, and yeah, okay. I shouldn't talk about this, but fuck it, too late. I already told you. I'm not gonna make this video again, because this video is about talking, and the blooper is me talking more. So yesterday I was on TikTok and I saw a video of the band Flyleaf, which is a Christian band that was super popular years ago. And then the singer, she started, and somebody commented, hey, I cannot believe she's a trad wife, right? And then there's a guy And I love Flyleaf. The song was All Around Me, which is one of the greatest songs ever made. All Around Me is a song about a girl, Christian, and she's talking about how she can feel God and everything. And that's why she believes in God, because he talks to her. She's around him. He's around her. Sorry. And the comment was, I can't believe she's a train wife. And the guy really simply said, hey, I don't think she can be a train wife if she's doing tour around the world, right? And in reality, I was like, okay, well, is she really a trade wife? I look at the comment for that. And then the comments were back and forth. And then the girl who wrote a trad wife, right, was very, very negative towards the guy. And she was like, oh, you don't need to explain. You don't need to mansplain me. I don't think you're right. I love when men comes and comment, right? And are I don't understand why men think they need to go in conversation and explain things just because they're men and things are right. And then the guy was actually really nice to her. It was really nice, like, I don't know why you're saying that. I was like, oh, you're men playing Pokemon. And the guy didn't have Pokemon on his channel, which is okay. You're fucking 30, you wanna enjoy Pokemon? Enjoy Pokemon. Enjoy life. You only have one life to live. If you're stuck thinking, oh, I shouldn't like this because somebody else doesn't want me to like this. Now, I'm not saying something like very, very weird, okay? But I'm not gonna say example because I think I can figure out what I'm talking about. Yeah, and I listened to her, I listened to him, and I feel bad for the guy because that girl was really mean to him. She was really mean to him. And I usually stay away from drama. I usually stay out of trouble. But I felt bad for the guy. I felt so bad because, and this is where I'm going with this video. This is exactly what I'm talking about with this video. What did happen? I remember being that guy. I remember having an opinion, having something to say, being so afraid of people's judgments that I wouldn't say it. So I only told them, don't worry about her. You're being way too nice, and that's why she's like that with you. You don't have to be nice with people that are not nice to you. You're entitled to your own opinion. Just live life, king, chin up. And then she told me, oh, she was like, oh, what are the guy trying to mansplain things? And I told her, and I'm not talking to you. And then she commented, I don't even fucking care what she commented. I don't even know what she commented. And then she commented a bunch of things, and now she started to insult me. And I would have left that thing because I was there to only help the dude. And to be quite honest, it wouldn't matter if it's a guy or a girl, right? It wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter. I'm sorry. It would just matter that it was somebody who was stating his opinion, and it's an opinion that wasn't directed at people. It wasn't towards hate. It was just a question. And she went off on me. And then she started to insult me. So I told her, you're talking about mansplaining, right? But you're saying that I'm mansplaining matriarchy. Matriarchy is a system led by that was a good one. Led by women, right? Which is amazing. And then she's like, you only protect him because he's your bro. And I said, first of all, I don't know the guy, but if you want to keep having your beehive mentality, right? Be my guest. Because she was very against men. She was calling the singer a trad wife. And she didn't mean it in a positive way. She was trying to insult the singer. And then I told her, what I'm seeing now is a guy just saying his opinion on a post that was attacking the singer. Attacking the singer, and when somebody talks to you, very calmly, you're attacking him. So if you want to be in your beehive mentality, stay there, don't bother people. And I was a bit rude because she did insult me. And then she was like, oh, if I don't think like a man, I'm in a beehive mentality. And I just finished away with, hey, a beehive is led by a queen. So that is matriarchy, right? But why is that important is, once again, I don't get into drama. And this is the first part of the video. I'm probably going to do 2 parts. But the first part is, yes, I talk a lot. Yes, I do talk a lot in real life, but I come from a place where I wasn't listened to as a kid. I wasn't really talking as a kid. I wasn't really talking as a teen. I was under ADHD medication, which made me zone out, made me a zombie. And it's not so much that I need to talk because I wasn't able to talk before, but it's understanding the balance of you're talking too much, you're not talking enough, right? I'm chilling with people. Sometimes I'm having live with people. I'm doing collab with people. and those people are talking. And I'm like, okay, well, we got people watching. We have to give it a shot. And then I feel bad for people that are watching that person, so I have to talk, right? And it's so often that I have to bring up conversation, and then I'm told that I talk too much, right? And it sucks because I'm I think example my father. My father tells me I'm talking too much, right? And you're like, you're talking a lot too, right? If I wasn't talking, we'd be talking the whole time. You're mad at me for talking because you had this monologue, right? We're having a dialogue, and I'm insane, right? I'm totally insane. I'm making a video like every 20 minutes long when I just yap, right? It's cool. You saw me in live, you saw me in conversation. If I wasn't making a video, if I was on my own, when I would be talking to myself, no, that's not it. So it's kind of complicated because you're like, do I talk too much or not talk enough? Or I would watch for example, this conversation we had in Nightcore. This was supposed to be on a skateboard with music, right? But would the video be as fun without me not talking and just cruising around at night? Absolutely, I think it would be as good. However, I mean this in the most positive fashion. Okay, everybody can take a picture. Everybody can do a night stroll on a skateboard. Every film, everybody can do that. But having a conversation, being interesting, talking, that takes a place. At my last job, they were surprised that I think I was learning the language. Now, I was the boss was like, how did you do it to get not accepted but include yourself so fast? And what I noticed was he was hiring a lot of people from agencies, and it's tough. The last job I had, a lot of people were speaking Romanian, and when I say a lot of people, majority of people were speaking Romanian, and they were always talking Romanian between themselves, right? They wouldn't take me out, they wouldn't kick me out of conversation, but I didn't understand Romanian until there's a couple of words that I understood. I was like, oh, you're talking about this, right? And you realize that sometimes all you need to do is talk. See, the communication is so important. Communication in relationship and friendship is super important. Being able to find your voice, being able to see. I do talk a lot. But when you let's put it under the side, okay? Communication in relationship is very important. Communication in your relationship is super important. Communicating the way you're feeling. If somebody hurts you, if somebody makes you mad, if something bothers you, communicate it. Otherwise, some people will hurt you without even realizing it. You have to communicate, hey, what you did there was not okay, or what you did there was really cool. See, a lot of people think, right, that just saying thank you is enough, and it's more than enough, right? But if you're always saying thank you to a person who doesn't really understand why you're being thankful, that's better than just not saying anything. Say thank you, and say, I'm grateful that you did this. I appreciate you doing this, right? You didn't need to. It's a weird thing because you never want to be the guy that talks so much, right? Because that's from my society. And you can understand why. We're 7 billion people on the world. We all have a right to communication. We all have a right to expression. We all have a right to freedom of speech, right? Well, in certain countries we don't, but they should have. And even mute people can communicate with sign language. ASL, American Sign Language, right? And you're like, I understand that you cannot take too much place because there's a lot of people with a voice, right? Then again, I was kind of raised that way too. I had a father that talks a lot. I had a mom that really didn't talk a lot. My mom, she's a very good listener, but she doesn't talk a lot. I don't know my mom a lot, and it's not that I didn't try, it's because she doesn't talk a lot, right? But my father talks a lot, so I was raised in that fashion. And even at school, you have to understand, at school, I wasn't tall, I wasn't smart, I wasn't the most athletic, but I was funny, and I was interesting. Because I was interesting, people listened to me, and that was my only props, my only things that, oh, he's kind of cool, he's kind of talking, when he talks, he's kind of interesting, kind of funny, he's entertaining, right? And still to this day, there's a lot of people that are way more talented than me. There's a lot of people that are doing way better than me, right? All I have is this and this. right? And I'm very thankful for that. I'm very thankful for that. And then even as an example, we had a you guys know about my cooking class. I told you guys multiple times my cooking class, and we were selling chocolate. And I wasn't in the class, but I was doing nothing. At home, I was watching TV. So they said, do you want to sell?" And I was the guy that sold the most. Now I was put with a guy, and that guy oh, it's a very beautiful story, and it's very pertinent to the story. That guy, let's call him X. X was a good person. X was an amazing cook. We went to Cuba with the class. That guy could, bro. That guy could cook. That guy did a freaking mustard pasta to die for. That guy did a sea baked, no, a sea salt baked fish. Unbelievable. Incredible. And but that guy wasn't really talkative, and that guy was very, very angry, very emotional. Now, if you look at that guy, you can understand that he wasn't raised to communicate very well. He had a hard time communicating, and he would be very mad and very angry. And you weren't sure why, but it's just the way it is. And he hasn't sold chocolate, and the teacher told him, "Hey, everybody else sold at least once. I want you at least once." I was the second guy, and then he came to me, and he was like, "Hey, I want to sell the chocolate. I want to try to sell them." With me, I was like, first of all, this guy is fucking insane. This guy is violent. This guy is very aggressive. He would have not punched me. I don't think he would have punched me. But he was very aggressive, you know? And he was a person that hold grudges. And he sold to a table. It didn't work. The way he was talking wasn't really good. Sold to a second table. And it wasn't really good. And then I was like, dude. And I'll be completely fucking honest. At that point, and it's gonna sound selfish, it's gonna sound really rude, but I don't care. That was years ago. I came from far. That school was an hour and a half to go, an hour and a half to go back, and selling chocolate was only like an hour, 2 hours, right? So I was doing more time on the bus than selling, and I was like, I don't mind if we don't sell shit, because at that point, it wasn't talk about me going to Cuba, it was to Cancun, sorry. So the class was cooking class, which I changed for bakery because I was more my style, and I wasn't sure I was going, and I was like, yo, I came from far, dude. Let me at least try to sell, because otherwise we're not gonna be selling. And I sold it, and then he was like, and then he got mad at me at the end and said, "Hey, I was supposed to sell." I'm like, "I understand, bro, but we need to sell. We need a lot to sell. I want you guys to have a nice trip, you know?" Kind of bullshit my way out, because I was like, dude, you're not gonna sell anything. The way you're talking, it's not nice. You're being rude to people. The guy was like, "Hey, we made those chocolates. Buy them." No, you tell them, "Hey, we're in a class. We're doing this. We're planning this trip at the end. We made this very nice packet of chocolate, and we're gonna sell it for you. I know you're eating, but the dessert here are great. Get that." Was way to sell it, right? And the trick is, and the guy was smart. The teacher was smart. The teacher would focus the class on making very good meals. The dessert wasn't really great, and that was kind of shitty, because the school was actually getting money from that. And he was like, "No, I want the money to go to the trip." Right? And that teacher was an asshole. He was cool. He was nice to me. He was very nice to me. Very nice. He did a lot for me. He did a fuck ton for me. He went against school rule policy to bring me to Cancun, and he was like, "Yo, I know that you don't have a training, but you're gonna be working here. You sold more chocolate than anybody. You stayed loyal to us. I got you back." And I said, "Thank you." But then you realize that he brought his own family. He brought his family to the trip, and the money from the chocolate also paid for his family. Now his family is not a lot. Is his wife and 3 kids. That's still fucked up, because we paid for that. And the funniest thing was a week later, the guy said, "Hey, I know we usually do separate later, but it's a holiday. I think it was Valentine's, something like that." And he said, "I want you to come back after school. You're gonna be in for a couple hours. We're gonna be there for 3-4 hours. I hope you don't mind." And I was like, "Sure, bro, no problem." And that was the best seller. And he put me with another guy, and the other guy said, "I don't want to sell with him. He won't let me sell." And the teacher said, "He's a better seller than you." The guy got mad because I was better selling than him. But it's just different intelligence. There's intelligence type. There's visual intelligence, audition intelligence. There's a linguistic intelligence, and there's that to be mine, you know? That's pretty much it. See, I don't have a lot to offer. I'll be completely honest, I don't have a lot to offer. I wish I had more to offer, but I don't. So I sell my shit. And it's fun because I do so many videos a day. I do less. Most time I do 15 to 20 videos a day, which is too much. By the way, the reason why I'm doing that is because I'm going back to work really soon. Like in a month and a half maximum. And I'm not gonna make a video then. The video that you're getting now, there's a lot of them, but I'm on vacation. And people expect me to make a lot of videos, but don't expect me to talk. And yet, that's pretty much it. I'm in a position where I'm being told by other people, even yesterday, in a TikTok live, there was a guy okay, I'm not gonna say the name of the person. I'm not here to shit on people, that's not the goal here. However, that person isn't very good. He's not good with people at all. He's a nice guy, but he's not good with people. There's most of them we talk, and I feel uncomfortable. Because he's not necessarily weird, but the energy he gives off, the way he talks, it makes you uncomfortable really fast. And that guy came into my life yesterday. And somebody asked me a question, which was, what is your favorite anime? One of my favorite subjects. So, yes, I did talk. The guy came in the chat, and he was like, hi. And then, it was nuts. It was completely nuts. He said hi, and I was talking. And then he said, I cannot even get a hi back. And for a couple of seconds I felt bad because I was like, oh bro, that's the first time the guy's coming into my life. But then, there were 4 or 5 people that said, hey, let him finish. So I'm in a position where somebody told me, actually say hi. That no, finish what you're saying. See, socially speaking, I'm very behind. Prefer playing video games, prefer reading manga to communicating with other people. That is on me. I'm not gonna lie, this is totally on me. Nobody has pushed me to do that. This is on me. Would I be at the place I am today? Sorry. If it wasn't for the video games, no. I'd be further in life. That's not me lying. That's me being constructive. And if I was in a different place, even that would probably not exist. Now, this is my dream, okay? This is my dream. But once again, I thought it was streaming. I thought it was streaming, not showing my face. Do I think that it is going as far as it goes? Absolutely not. My habit goes as far as it goes? Absolutely. Anywho, enough talking. Love you guys. Take it easy. I look around me, and all I seem to see is people going nowhere, expecting sympathy. I'm going through the notion of a scripted destiny. Oh, now you're not gonna make it out this town. Whoa.